Hi YouTubers and Wetshavers. How do they look? Yeah, I'm using this, I don't know if I put it on right, but I wanted to try it out. I saw it in a normal store here in Trondheim. And it's like put on your head after you take a shower. Not that I have a full head of hair, or what do you call it, for a lot of hair now, but yeah, I wanted to try it and I don't know if I put it on right. So it's like a turban, you can say. So there's a band there and it comes off, and there we go. So it looks like that, and it was tried it on the first time. Was to wash it in the washing machine, but that's how it looks basically. So it was fun. It wasn't too pricey, and they had 2 for 1 there. And, okay, enough about that. Yeah, I was letting the hairs grow out. Still thin on the top, but what the family and my wife wanted, so we'll try it for a while, and if I hate it, I will shave it off with my trusty head blade 80X. Before eventually I can maybe try it with a double-edged razor, maybe, but it's a good shaver. So the soap for the day, Nomad. So I have it in the bowl. So I'm just pouring over some of the bloom water, and I'll just wipe off the bowl a little bit. So it's a soap that is no longer made or changed name, whichever. I took off some pieces and sent to another wet shaver. So that's the reason it's shaped like that. I have another spare puck also in the basement. Smell that. So yeah, these soaps comes in a nice wooden bowl, and they're not overly pricey or too expensive. And so Joe's the Coast did a review with the Seaboom or whatever it was. It was probably a good product, but for that price it's too expensive for me, at least. I don't have a ton of money to spend on shaving stuff, but whatever, some people do. So I think we're just going to use the bowl and face ladder from there. Just a little bit water, and let me wrap my face again. And I'll use my Pro-Razzo, which is my go-to. I don't know how many of these I've used up now, like 4 maybe. Yeah, when I used the head blade, I even put on some of this. I forgot to mention in that video. So I used the Pro-Razzo there, And I also used a balm on my skull. I also forgot to mention that in the video. But still, I didn't feel any irritation after the shave. So, okay. So this soap is got a very nice scent. Do I use it very often? No. But in my rotation, definitely. Not that I have a list that I go. I use this then, no, I just randomly pick out the things I want. Of course, when I'm making these videos, I try to show you some new stuff maybe you haven't seen before. And I will be using Mitchell's wool fat again, so I can see if I can get the hang of it, because the last time, or the time before last the shave I used it, and I got better results with it than my last shave. Straighten the shirt. So I changed the LED, but of course the bulb was too big, so it doesn't fit into the glass. So, but I hope it works out. Maybe I need to go to some other store, and I bought the cheap one at IKEA. Let's see. Yeah. Looks pretty good. So I'm using my Casio today, just a cheap watch. I have a few others too, maybe I'll use later. But one of the watches I have doesn't have battery, so I need to change that. So I was thinking, what kind of razor should we use today? And I thought we could have us a Stanley shave. Persona 22. And I was thinking of having this for my collection, but the mail, eBay, I bought it from eBay, and the mail, when it came, it was already cracked here and almost open. So I thought, well, why not use it? So it comes with a store coupon. Save 5. So that's the blade. I have one of those too. 25 cents. I don't think you can use it anymore. I did hear about a guy who found an old thing, maybe not a coupon, but something in the newspaper in the house he was cleaning out or something. It was for Costa Ray, if I said it correctly, Costa Ray cigars. And he thought, he filled it out and sent it in, and then the company sent him the cigars. So it comes in this like a travel case, very thin plastic, and it already broke when I got it in the mail. So the description on eBay was like in perfect condition. So there. And it also has a price there. There is no shaving, let's see, no finer, there's no finer shaving system, period. So this, I think, this was a persona, maybe competition, or they were making to beat the track 2 injector or the track 2 razors that came out. This is the injector that I used last time. Maybe they perhaps they liked the feel of a double-edged razor and look, but they still wanted to have the better shave as they're supposed to get with the twin blades. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4 metal there, metal here, plastic as the persona name. They also came out with a different model too, and this is this one. It's all plastic. So I used this one before, but I think today we're going to use with the partial metal plastic. So it's the same method. You slide it off to change the blades. So my ladder still looks good. Of course, as a traditional Wetshaver, I prefer 1 blade instead of 4 blades, but it can give you a good shave. There's no doubt in that. But is it that much better than 1 blade? I don't think so. Not my experience anyway. Feels very lightweight compared to a double-edged razor. But trying to try something new, huh? So even Stanley had a commercial for this razor, and he was going to make something, or was talking about the persona man. And there is even a Stanley on Twitter. I know he passed away not so long ago, Stanley. It was fun to see him in the movies. It was like Alfred Hitchcock, I guess you can say. He also showed up in his own movies. Yeah, on Twitter, yeah, you can. They are asking about this type of razor. I think I made a comment too. So I used this one previously. I think the persona, and I think I only used it once. It wasn't that fantastic, if you ask me. So this one, let's see. Yeah, it's more heavy than with the metal inside than the all plastic model. And as far as I can see, I don't see any date codes or anything like that. Okay, time to shave on the other side. So there. So I don't know how old this razor is. I don't see any. There's some number there, 1922, but maybe it's different. A division of Philip Morris Incorporated, New York, New York. Printed in the USA. Maybe it's made in the USA too. Some patent number over there. So, special introductory offer. So probably was back in the 70s too. So for a 70s racer, the blade's still good, but I used the racer blades from 1964 too, and I know people used older blades than that and they're still good. Not that the blades were super sharp once I tried at least, but they were okay. They gave me a good shave. They're a bit dry maybe with my louder, so dry in my face perhaps. Yeah, first pass. Darn good. So tomorrow we're having a 1 year checkup of the apartment. They will go over things that we say it's something wrong with it, or that we live in a brand new apartment building or complex or whatever. This place, the last place I lived, very old apartments, but this is brand new. And I think this bathrooms came in container ships. I heard one that we know of, a friend, he said it was okay bathroom, but it wasn't the best one. So I just load a little bit more on from the soap, not so much. Add a little bit water. And I'm using Vikings t-shirt, Norway, Norge. A little bit wet. Ja, jeg snakker norsk også. I also speak Norwegian. And I can speak a little bit Swedish too. Talar ni svenska? I'm not sure. I'm not that good. But yeah, I've been in Sweden many times. Also when I was a kid we were always in Sweden on vacations with the family, driving. My father had a old Mercedes diesel, and before he sold his old Ford Console. That one was fast. We were at the place we used to live. We were driving down to the like a factory area or something. I don't know what the name is in English, but it's called smelteverk, melting, I don't know, melting pot, something something like that. And there's a lot of gravel or stones there, and then we were driving around and spinning with the car. But he sold that car and bought the Mercedes, a 4-door. That was the Ford was 2-door. And on vacation in Sweden, and my parents always had many friends, and they were driving with some of the friends, and they were like, whoosh, and we were always late coming with his old Mercedes, even if he had the camping wagon behind us, and we were always late because the car wasn't too fast, and it was like shaking diesel. So fun memories. Right, I was supposed to go this way. Ah well. it's okay. 4, 5, 6, yeah. I don't know if it gives you a good audio feedback compared to Safety Racer. I must listen to the video afterwards because I have bad hearing, mostly on this ear and also on this ear. And I also have tinnitus, so I have many sounds in my ears or in my head. So my hearing ain't that good. I'm afraid I use the hearing aids, but not now because I want to shave off the cord. That's the reason probably why I'm busy sometimes, because there's something related to that. I don't know. I haven't gotten any evaluation, or there is no cure for it, I guess. There is a place, but I haven't gotten much evaluation on if I have the disease or get dizzy. But at least I don't have it very often. The worst time was, of course, when I got this. But yeah, I haven't had much trouble with it lately. I'm grateful for it. I had some days ago now, or in last week was it? I'm like, oh, it was. Yeah, I think that's good. Still a little bit here and there. So I think we'll go for a third pass. It doesn't give you that fine shave. And you had the guy with the different techniques on YouTube too. With I don't remember his name now. From Texas or whatever it was. It was supposed to give you a good shave, going over your face like that. You can look it up. Maybe I remember his name later. I forgot it right now. Or we got Iron Curtain. Let's see. A little bit more water. Yeah, it's a good soap. This crap to Nevlin. Nomad. And maybe I can work the ladder more so it explodes, but really this is good enough for me. It works. I don't use that long time loading it always. Or building it up. But pretty good. So, with the shave, last pass, and gone over my skin more than I usually do, because there's 2 blades this side. So perhaps Stan Lee even used this razor at one time. Huh? Yeah, it's a good razor. But I prefer my double-edged safety razors. And yeah, I don't use a straight razor because sure I like it. I think it's a very cool or a manly way to shave. But you also have to have all the straps, or maybe one strap, and you have to have stone. And I went to learn a technique. I did sharpen a knife one time, but on a stone, my father showed me. But that's the only thing I sharpened, I think. Okay. Yeah, no, I thought maybe I had to go over there, pick up that baby. Maybe just one place there. Ooh, a little bit here, but not bad. I think I'll just leave it and do the pickup, because last time I did that with the track 2, I got spots here afterwards, sometime after a shave. So I just leave it at that. Okay, I will rinse off. And then we rinse off. So we're using the beautiful normal in this wooden bowl. Beautiful set, whatever you could call it. And I spilled water on this many times and no, doesn't come off. I've been worried about that since they don't make it anymore. Or you changed the name and the new brand, reformulated perhaps. So it's a very good soap, and I like the Nomad traveling. Very good scent. Smoke 620. There. And we were using the Persona Double 2 case. There is no final shaving system made, period. Well, can we agree to that? Well, to some extent, it's going to give me a good shave. But there are other systems out there that works. Yeah. That's all I will say about that. It's a good razor. So since we're going with a fancy razor, I'm going to use this today. Ciliary. This was all the rage some time ago, and saying this and that about it. Yeah, it comes in a nice paper and fancy bottle, and also very fancy tissue or to use in your suit or whatever. You think it's silk almost. I have no idea what it's made of. It has the ciliary too, and some writing there. It's just standing in there. So we're gonna use this. I don't use it very often. It was the rage, but and I fell into it. I want to try it. That's what happened. Me, I prefer a skin bracer instead of this more. It's good, but it ain't that good in my opinion. So yeah, paddles here really. Colonia Purissima, whatever. So yeah, I bought this from England and I got fat tax on it afterwards. That's fun. And a little bit in the hand. It's actually been a while since I used it. Smell like. It's really good. Like it's hard to describe. Maybe a little bit cedar wood or pine or something like that. Cinnamon maybe. I don't know. I'm not very good at describing scents, but I like it more now. It does smell very good. So it's been standing in the room. I have space for other things that I don't use very often. So we're going with the Swedish Haga. It's a classic from since the 40s. Really good. Like, surprised when I found it. I was in Sweden on vacation and I think I saw it. We were at the Jamtli in Östersund. It's a history land. And we were walking around, and then we came to a house that was around the 40s. And then I saw an old bottle of this. And then later, when I was out shopping, I found it. This one. Exact same one. And also the palm oil they had there. We don't have that. I've seen the palm shaving cream one time here in Norway. So yeah, it's really good. So that was the shave. Take care. And we'll see you for the weekend shave. May you all have solid shaves. Bye now.